A lonely gay man unexpectedly finds a curious kind of love with a smoking hot biker in the new erotic drama, Pillion. What happens when you get the sexy Skarsgård from True Blood and match him up with that nasty little muggle Dudley from the Harry Potter franchise? You get the spicy new gay film Pillion from first-time feature director Harry Lighton. What starts out as an eyebrow-raising exploration of doms and subs becomes something much more eye-opening by the end. The film follows Colin, a directionless young man who is searching for love but never seems to be able to find it. He meets an impossibly handsome, enigmatic biker at a bar one night, and the man introduces him to the strange yet exciting world of BDSM. Pillion refers to the seat for the passenger behind a motorcyclist, which becomes Colin's new identity. But will just being the submissive be enough for him? Some have labeled Pillion as the gay 50 Shades of Grey.
Like 50 Shades of Amazing.
And that might be somewhat accurate. But one could only wish that this film, a thoughtful and soulful rumination on gay relationship power dynamics and creating boundaries, could ever reach the box office heights of the aforementioned schlocky and ever so straight 50 Shades movies. It could never happen. But Pillion does deserve the hype that it's getting from critic circles, and hopefully that, with the presence of Alexander Skarsgård, will help this gem find an audience. Speaking of Mr. Skarsgård, the chiseled gruff actor who could make any human swoon, no matter their orientation, has never been better. In a perfect world, he would be in the conversation for Best Supporting Actor at the Oscars. Writer-director Harry Lighton asks a lot from the performer, not just from the scenes of a sexual nature, but also in his more quiet scenes. His character Ray is a mysterious, closed-off individual who is frustratingly aloof, yet Lighton wants you to fall in love with him along with the lead character Colin. Luckily, Skarsgård lets us in through his eyes and allows us to see that vulnerable side of this man who never shows his vulnerabilities. Harry Melling is equally as compelling as Colin. This is a fearless performance from the guy who once played a horrible brat for years on end. And it is an urgent calling call for the actor, who has spent the last decade trying to shed his Harry Potter image. You can't help but fall in love with Colin, a sweet-natured, simple young man who really only yearns for one thing, which is love. It's not beyond me that the casting directors hit a stroke of brilliance when they decided on these two actors to play Colin and Ray. These are two men who are extremely well known all around the world for playing drastically different roles. And the characters that they play in Pillion seem to fit nicely into those archetypes that they are used to portraying. But then, seeing them on screen in such sexually explicit material and molding their characters into something far more complex than those archetypes would suggest, makes for an extremely surprising and titillating cinematic experience. It's as if the filmmakers are asking the audience, "You know Eric Northman and Dudley Dursley, right?" And then they answer with a resounding, "Wrong."
Wrong-o.
Many of you will be asking, how hot are the sex scenes? Well, it depends on how kinky you like it. All I can say is I was actually surprised with how tame it ended up being, while still having my jaw on the floor from how provocative it was. Pillion is the farthest thing from softcore, so don't expect to get your rocks off, you nasty.
You nasty.
This is more a film that celebrates what some might call sexual deviance in a tasteful, artful way that is also tantalizing as hell. What elevates Pillion above just being another gay drama is its thoughtful exploration of power dynamics and the BDSM subculture. Ray's understanding, or lack thereof, of how to love is vastly different than Colin's, and it's the emotionally raw middle ground that they are subconsciously desperately seeking, yet somehow it seems so out of reach for both of them. Ray is a dominant and Colin is a submissive. But can they be something more than that? Can their identities be blurred? It's a beautiful, thought-provoking examination of these ideas, but it is also extremely sweet and charming as well. Just when the movie feels like it's getting too harsh or heavy, it throws a curveball of warmth or levity at you. I never thought I'd say this, but one of the most touching, tender romances of the year also happens to involve ball gags, blowjobs, and bikers. Who would have thunk it? Thank you so much for watching Lost in the Reel. What are your thoughts on Pillion? What do you think is the sexiest film of 2025? Sound off in the comment section down below. Make sure to be respectful. And until next time, my friends, take care and please, please, please support your local cinema.